You develop the self-trust because you accept who you are. Not because you're so blooming confident, not because you're so blooming rich, not because you're so studly, not because you're so beautiful. You don't gain self-confidence because you are those things. All of that stuff comes and goes. You gain self-confidence because you learn the truth of who you are and you accept it. And then you make that truth of who you are successful. I am Christina Suter, and this is the Real Estate Breakthrough Show, where we talk about the reality of real estate, the mindset you need in order to face the reality of what it is, and tips and tricks to get you moving forward in investing. I am your host, Christina Suter. Today, I want to talk about mindset, your mindset, and what a difference it can make in your investing. Never underplay how important your thinking is in being able to move your investment forward. I know maybe some of you are thinking, how does mindset fit with real estate investing? Real estate investing is math, it's construction, it's process, it's design. Why does my mindset decide? Because it defines for you, whether you like it or not, it defines for you how successful you're willing to be in this process. It defines for you whether or not this process is going to express your purpose or if you're going to hide. So stop hiding. The myth, the topic I want to talk about really is the myth. There is a myth in our society, at least the US, maybe in other places as well, but definitely in the US, there's a myth that you should trust others over yourself. You should trust others' opinions over your own opinion. We have been trained very carefully into this concept. Listen carefully to me. We have been trained carefully into this concept. Our parents and teachers have taught us to comply. They have taught us that if a grown-up tells you it should be X, Y, and Z, then you are to accept X, Y, and Z. They have told us that because I say so is a good enough reason as to why you should do something or should not do something. We have been trained into complying to people, complying to rules around us. Now, I'm not saying I'm against complying. I just want you to know. I'm not saying that we should have anarchy and chaos and we shouldn't ever comply to anything. That's not what I'm telling you. What I'm telling you is that you as an adult need to understand that you're responsible for forging your own path. You're responsible for creating your future. You're responsible for choosing to empower yourself to move forward. It is no longer your parents. It is no longer your teachers. And as long as you're not breaking the blooming law, you have the right to move forward. You are not bound by a need to comply. If you look at the difference between a child's life and a grown-up's life, a child has to comply because there are many things and decisions a child cannot make. They cannot drive a car. They cannot drink alcohol. They cannot go out and earn a wage for themselves, and it's sad if they have to. Let's be clear on this. So they have to comply because they have many things they're not able to do yet. They may understand that, how to do them. They may have the spirit and the drive inside of themselves to be that grown-up someday. But right now, in their 8-year-old body, when you were 8, you needed the support system around you. We complied because it gave us support. Now we're an adult. We have laws, we have policemen, we have codes that we must comply to. So I'm not saying don't comply. What I'm telling you is there's very little actually stopping you from moving forward. There's very little actually stopping you from taking ownership over your life path, over your freedom, over your choices. You can choose whatever job you want. You can choose to do whatever part of real estate fits you. You can choose to participate because it works for you. Our parents loved us. Slightly different topic, same topic though. Slightly different tact on the same topic. Our parents love us. You may have had the best parents in the world. You may have had the worst parents in the world. You may have had the best parents in the world, but our parents generally tried to love us. But they miss who we are. They miss who you are. They misunderstood. How many memories do you have of your parents misunderstanding you, not getting your point, not understanding that you were a good kid trying to do the right thing when you broke X, Y, and Z and you didn't really deserve to be yelled at? Your parents tried to love you, but they missed you, the essence of the you of yourself. And in the missing of you, they said the wrong thing. In the missing of you, they hurt you. In the missing of you, they created damage or an issue inside of you, even if they loved you. A friend of mine, actually a teacher of mine, used to say, our parents' love might be a little like strawberries, but we're allergic to strawberries. Because our parents they loved us the way they knew how, but maybe they didn't see us as an individual. Our spirit, our soul, our personality, our determination, our truth. If you're over 18, this is not an excuse. This is a pathway to freedom, is what I'm telling you. You don't have to miss yourself. You don't have to continue to miss yourself and overlook yourself. You do not have to continue to abuse yourself by misunderstanding your own motivations. You can accept your nature and who you are, and you can use real estate to be a pathway that expresses who you are. You can use that to cultivate your success. You need to learn who you are. You develop the self-trust because you accept who you are, not because you're so blooming confident, not because you're so blooming rich, not because you're so studly, not because you're so beautiful. You don't gain self-confidence because you are those things. All of that stuff comes and goes. You gain self-confidence because you learn the truth of who you are and you accept it. And then you make that truth of who you are successful. If you're an accountant, make that successful. If you're an interior designer, make that successful. If you're a caregiver like I am, make it successful. I am not a natural real estate investor. I am a caregiver. I am a teacher. I love teaching. Can't you tell? I'm screaming at the top of my lungs at you, telling you and teaching you. I love teaching and I'm a caregiver by nature, but I found a pathway in real estate that lets me take care of people and myself and my family and earn money and be successful through real estate. So this is a call. It is an encouragement. It is a demanding force saying, if you do not find that you feel successful in who you are, then learn who you are. Stop eating the strawberries that you were allergic to that your parents gave you. Find your own life lessons. Find your own sense of self. Find your own rightness with you. You no longer have to comply to your teachers. You no longer have to comply to a simple hierarchy just to comply. You now choose to comply because laws and rules exist in our land, but that still leaves a lot of space. We live in the United States of America, guys. Maybe you don't. Maybe you live somewhere else. Maybe you live in Australia. Maybe you live in Germany. Maybe you live in Italy. Still a lot of space for you to be who you want to be. Some countries don't give you as much space, so I'm not pretending that they do. What I'm telling you is most of the countries, most of the first world countries, even second and third world countries, the laws of the land leave you a lot of space to live. So don't use that as an opportunity to compress your being. Use that freedom, that space between the laws to expand your being, to step forward, to learn who you are through personal growth work, journaling, conversations with your friends, a self-observation, and grow your self-trust because you are successful because you've accepted who you are. then it's easy. It's easy to find what the next step is for you to conquer in real estate. It's easy for you to be successful, happy, and peaceful. Thank you for listening to the Real Estate Breakthrough Show. I am Christina Suter, your host. Tune in next week.